There you go. A little
Just a
more.
moment. Is it
That's
okay?
there you
Is that
go.
okay?
That's what I want.
So I watched a couple of interviews, Laren and so lots of. I think around. I researched for 24 hours, and I watched a couple of interviews
Thank
because
you.
I am very much passionate, and I want to give my best. So that's why that too, I appreciate your passion, right?
Thank you.
That's one thing I noticed from you. Second aspect is that you are covering different areas. You don't stick to one particular area. It's nice. I just watched something about artificial intelligence, sometime technology recently. Then one woman, I think Lauren, I think I watched a video. Lauren, I think she's a model. She's from Hollywood, I think. She's Lauren, I believe. So
Yes.
like that, I watched and I enjoyed, and I also made some notes also because I want to give my best.
I can't imagine you doing anything else. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to spend some time with you, Professor, because this is a time of here in the United States, when we have been going away from the concept of soft power and
Yeah,
soft leadership, going
yeah,
to hard leadership and
yeah.
hard power. And
Uh,
it feels wrong. It feels like that we're not going in the right direction, which is one of the reasons why I reached out to you, being the father of soft leadership and the father of what you're doing. I need your help. I need your guidance and what is going on here in the world and how can we address it?
do you mean to say you are talking from the leadership perspective, or from which perspective are you talking?
All of it. All of it. Whatever you want to talk about, what is going on in your mind, what is going on in your heart right now about how you see the world and where we're going, because in my understanding, we are all together. We are all interconnected on this
Excellent,
on this
excellent.
and when we try to make it to where one is bigger or more powerful than the other and one tries to dominate the other, this is not the way we're meant to work.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you. See, the world is changing very fast, and we need to emphasize on collaboration, not less of a competition, but more of a collaboration. That's one aspect. A second thing, we must emphasize on soft leadership and not hard leadership, because different leaders have different mindsets. But overall, what rules currently is that we have to emphasize on soft leadership and soft power, right? I
So
think
define softly.
Joseph Ney, he talked about soft power. Is in my connection, and I sent an email also. Yeah, I watched his TED talk, right, on soft power,
Mhm.
and I also read the articles of Project Syndicate, which in which he contributes articles on soft power. So this is about Joseph Nye. Now I am talking about soft leadership. So now coming to the question of this soft leadership, I started the soft leadership in the year 2010, and when I was teaching for management students, and when I was conducting MDP programs in the year 2010, I was just looking for different leadership styles, and some of the audience felt that there was a need for some different leadership, because we had democratic leadership, then autocratic leadership, then delegative leadership, then we have the servant leadership. So like that, so many leadership styles were prevailing in the year 2010. Then I was thinking, so let me work on that, because I'm not only a professor, and I'm also a philosopher, then I'm also a researcher. And so I thought, let me work on that. And I was doing my PhD at that time. 2007, I started for my PhD. And 2011, I got my PhD in soft skills. So then I thought it was the right time for me to work on that because I'm very curious and creative by nature, and I am very much passionate about research. So then I just working on this soft leadership. Then I started this soft leadership. That's how the journey of the soft leadership. And this soft leadership is the PhD thesis I got. I got a doctoral degree in soft skills. Then I'm passionate about leadership because I'm a military veteran. I served in the Indian Air Force, like as we have American Air Force. Now
Yes, of course.
I served in the Indian Air Force, right? I served in the Indian Air Force. So I love this leadership. Then I blended soft skills because I earned my PhD in soft skills. Then I created soft leadership. This is the reason behind starting this soft leadership. So now let me briefly explain about this soft leadership. The
Yes.
soft leadership is all about leading people with people skills without compromising the task orientation. This is the basic definition of soft leadership. The soft leadership is all about leading people with people skills, but without compromising the task orientation. That is known as soft leadership. This soft leadership is like a partnership because previously we had a different mindset. There was a gap between baby boomers. Then there was a gap. There is a gap among various generations like baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z. Like so many differences, different generations are there. That's one thing. And there was a gap between superiors and subordinates, and now the world has changed and we have to change with the changing times and technologies. So I thought let me work from the perspective of partnership. That means we are no more bosses, we are no more subordinates, we are partners. We are striving to achieve peace and prosperity. So this is briefly about outline about soft leadership.
Well, now this book that you wrote, that the light, see the light that in you, and this is your book. This is your book, and it is a wonderful testament, and it's a wonderful testament to being able to know that the first thing I need to do is to look inside myself before I
Ah,
try to look in you to change
oh,
you.
you said correct. See, in this book, what I said, what you said, I have already told very long back. Happiness lies within, not outside.
Yeah,
I think we are thinking alike.
I do too.
Because our ideas are same, our insights are same, and we both are aligned. And definitely we will add some value, and we'll have a fruitful conversation in such a way that we can impact the audiences. I'm very much happy that you are asking the relevant questions and appropriate questions. Now this mindfulness is very much required, and we have to look for happiness within, not
Yes.
outside. But what happens? People often search for stones by leaving gems at home. We are the gems. Why should we search for stones elsewhere? You got my point. So we are having some happiness within us. The why should look here and there. So happiness lies within ourselves, not outside. That's one thing. And what happens? People are becoming more materialistic. Of course, we need material to survive. I don't say that we don't need money, but we need money to survive, right?
Oh,
But
we
we
do,
are
but how much? But Professor, when money becomes in, I mean, I billions and billions and billions. When do we know that we have enough? When,
uh,
because it seems like that we're trying to fill a hole that can never be filled if we try to fill it with money or fill it with anything from the outside.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a right question. People, they keep on chasing for money, all those things. But money is required for survival. But more than the money, what we have to emphasize is we should believe in adding value and impacting humankind. That's what matters at the end of the day. See,
Yes.
because our time is limited. See, for instance, I'm 61. right? Of course, age is just a number. I don't believe in these numbers. As long as we learn and grow, we don't care for this age and all those things. When I take your case, you are a role model for others, because irrespective of that age, I don't know, you are 76, I don't know. What's your age? Sorry to ask you this question.
76.
Yeah, that means I have done a lot of research. That is good, very good. You are 76 years, but still, I see you are craving for knowledge. You are craving for
I
adding
am.
value and
I'm
impacting.
hungry for it. I'm hungry to grow. I'm hungry to learn. I'm hungry to expand my consciousness to a greater degree.
Yes, I love it. I love it. That's why we are. Your ideas are resonating. Your ideas are resonating with my mindset, right? And one thing I appreciate in you is that age is just a number, and at the age of 76 still you are so much passionate. You may not, I don't know whether you are good at technology or not. I think you are taking the support of some tech experts to make to follow the things into the place, right? But
Yes.
even in my case, I am not a tech savvy. I have technical problems, so lots of challenges I am having. But you have Rini, I think you just some time back you talked with her. I think she was helping you technical aspect. I believe, I don't know. So like
Yes.
that, you took their support. Why? Because you want to add value and impact the people. That is the basic thing. More than that, you have passion. Yes, because our time is limited. For example, we may live for 60 years, 70 years, right? And then beyond that, what we will do? Can we carry money with us? No, it doesn't make any sense. Instead, if we utilize our time, precious time, in such a way, so what happens? We can build a better world. We can spread the positive vibrations. We can build a better world. We can impact the world. Together, we can build a better world.
Yes, because that's what we can do. We can impact the world by changing
Uh,
ourselves
mm,
first. This is, I mean, I love the order of operations, is
mm,
that if I change my inside, the outside will correspond in its change. So that if I have more peace inside, I'm going to experience and I'm going to impact the world in a more peaceful way, and that more peace is going to be created. If I have, if I have upset and anger and fear inside, I'm going to experience, I'm going to help to create more fear outside. So it's an inside out game, as I
yeah.
see you teach.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You made my day very special. That's why no, you won't believe. 24 hours I worked very hard by looking at your videos. This person, this leader, is so humble and so much passionate about learning. And one day before he has to, you have to mobilize the person, so that we have to make this interview happen. So lots of things you have done. So I felt you have thirst for knowledge. You are hungry for knowledge. Stay hungry, stay foolish. I think somebody told. I think Steve Jobs says, "Stay hungry, stay
Yes.
foolish." I think it was said by Steve Jobs, if I am not mistaken, right? So that's correct. What you say is that.
So what is on your mind right now? What is going on? You have just come through. You went through, and you had a physical
Uh,
event. You had a stroke, correct?
yeah,
And
I
you're on
did
that
tell
you
you.
went. What? How did that impact you inside in your own experience of what that happened in coming through that, Professor?
See, first of all, let me share with you my challenge. I was very good actually. I am an Indian Air Force veteran, military veteran. So can I tell you briefly about my life, so that
Would you
with
please?
your permission, with your
I would love
permission?
it. This is what a reasonably spontaneous conversation is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
You
I should.
you help me to have this conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Because good. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Because you are giving me some freedom to talk. So I'm very
Please.
happy. Good, good, good.
Absolutely.
See, uh, I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. Right, that's one thing. And I don't have two wheeler. I don't have four wheeler. I don't get any pension. I don't have any income. I'm 61 years old, and I was backstabbed by my father-in-law and brother-in-law. So
Mm.
lots of challenges encountered in my life, and still I still belong to a lower middle class family. And I never craved for money, but I craved for knowledge. Right from my childhood to till date, daily, morning 4 o'clock I wake up, and 10 o'clock I sleep. Throughout the day, I work very very hard. You won't believe it. This is the kind of efforts I am putting it. Why, despite not getting money, despite not getting any recognition, but still I'm doing it. Why? Because we are born with some purpose, so that we can lead our life in such a way that we can impact the world. That's one
Exactly.
thing. That is briefly about that. And I have recently added one more book. Now I I have I have published 54 books, including this award-winning book titled "See the Light in You." And
Yes.
there are lots of books behind, behind booklets. Lots of books are there. You can
Yes.
also find the book on soft leadership also, but that is behind. Soft leadership book also is there. Okay, so then again I'm a dyslexic. That's one thing. I have ADHD, attention deficit
Yep.
hyperactivity disorder. I'm a late bloomer, dyslexic, ADHD, and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And then added to that, 2021, I had a brain stroke. Before brain stroke, I was very good. I was very confident. And for more than 40 years, I am going to gym. That means I'm a fitness freak because of
Yes.
military background. I was very fit, but unfortunately, what happened? COVID was a dampener, and I collapsed. My right portion of the body was totally paralyzed. So it was a very big blow in my life,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
Very, very, very. My wife and I had COVID 2021, and
Right.
then what happened? My wife recovered. Even I thought that I was recovering. Unfortunately, my right portion of the body was totally paralyzed. I was on the bed, and the situation was so critical at that time that there were lack of cylinders, oxygen cylinders in India at that time. That's one problem. Second thing was that lack of beds in India at that time, because I was in India. Of course, now also I'm in India. Third thing, I was shifted to three ambulances in India at that time. Fourth, I didn't have money at that time, and nobody was coming forward to help also because of the COVID cases. So it was very difficult situation. Then my wife took me to my wife and my elder son took me to hospital. I was put in the ICU, intensive care unit. Then again, in India, they have exploited the situation. They were asking a lot of money at that time. But we didn't have money at that time. That was one more problem. As I told that I still belong to a lower middle class family. Then luckily, my younger son is in Seattle, USA. So he managed funds and immediately sent money to India. Then we survived. If my
Good.
son didn't send me the money, then I would have been dead. That's was the one problem. Then
Mm.
again, what this doctors said that this man cannot survive. You would die. Then I proved them wrong. First point. The second thing, what they said that was that this man he will lie on the bed forever. Then I proved them wrong. Then I started walking too, right? So I proved my critics wrong. Then I started walking. Then I did physiotherapy exercises. Still I'm walking, but still I'm not able to walk confidently. My right shoulder and right hand has been numb now. I can't type with my right hand, and I can't eat with my right hand. So lots of challenges. It's very numb. My right
Yeah.
shoulder, right hand is very numb. I'm typing slowly with my left hand. And the second thing is that my mind slowed down after the brain stroke. Now also my mind slowed, and sometimes I'm repeating the same. Now I'm using blood thinner. In India, we call a blood thinner. We call aspirin. So daily afternoon, I take aspirin.
Yes.
Do you know aspirin? Do you know
Of
aspirin?
course.
I don't. Okay, I
Of
don't
course.
know. Okay. So I daily after afternoon I take food. Then I take 75 mg aspirin. Aspirin, blood thinner. Both are same only. I we call blood thinner in India.
Sure.
Aspirin is everybody knows. Then I take. Then I sleep. Then again slowly I do it. So for 1 year after the brain stroke, I had lots of challenges. So because of the power of my subconscious mind, and because of the my healthy habits from the Indian Air Force, and maybe because of the divine force or spark, and I survived, and I proved critics wrong, and also I told them that I'm alive and I'm moving. So despite all the challenges, I survived. Maybe a spark, maybe a divine force or some hidden force or something that helped me. I survived. So
Yes.
because of that, you and me are able to talk, and
Yes.
you and I are in a position to share our knowledge, and we both are sharing our knowledge. We are building a better world.
Absolutely. Well, Professor, when you go through something like a brain stroke, when you
Uh,
have that, what, how do you deal with that? You're such a vital and vigorous man. You have a lot of energy, and now you have to go through a brain stroke. So, what does it teach you? What blessings have come out of this that you're learning from this event?
So I would like to put a one-liner. Uh, Life is very fragile. This is what I learned, because before brain stroke, I was taking everything for granted because I am a military veteran and 40 years of gym. So lots of things I was doing. I even when I had COVID was also there all over the world, but still I was taking for granted. This too shall pass. So that was the kind of attitude. No problem. I was so overconfident or I don't know whether I was confident or overconfident. I didn't know. But this brainstroke opened my eyes. I realized how fragile the life is. So this is the takeaway from my video,
Wonderful.
and I became. I was very aggressive actually. Now I have become. I slowed down after the brainstorm. This is the transformation that has happened. But the takeaway is that whether before brainstorm or after the brainstorm, definitely I'll impact the people in my own way.
So, what's on your in your windscreen? What do you have that you want to share with the world in this time that this time when the world seems to be turned upside down, that when there's a lot of division and there's a time for us to be able to come together. And so that's what I want you to share with us about your message about that there is so much more for us when we are together, when we do the kinds of collaboration and communication, than there is when we order it from the top down, when we just have this hierarchical work. So could you talk about that, please?
I'm very happy with the way you're communicating with your positive body language. I also watched your videos. I'm not. I'm very passionate. I watched the way you are articulating, how you are using your body gestures in a positive way, because
Thank you.
you display a positive body language. I
Thank
also
you.
used to demonstrate a positive body language, but now right hand is a problem. Otherwise, like you, I used to show like it's nice. It's a open gestures are very good. That means you are very open hearted. People don't understand these things. I observe minute things also. Especially I'm a psychologist. Then again I'm a body language expert,
Yes.
right? Researcher, and then again I also observe I get the body cues from the justice, like like this, like pyramid, like this hierarchy you are telling. So I felt
Yes.
very happy. So that's what no now coming
Thank you.
to the message I would like to share with everyone is that, see, the world needs empathy. That's what I am telling. People don't have empathy. everybody wants to grow, everybody want to blow their own trumpet. So like that, people are like that. So now what we have to do is that we have to empathize with others. That means we have to see our challenges from the others perspective. So after the brain stroke, I realized how fragile the life is. That's one thing. Second thing is I became more empathetic because I started. Of course, I was empathetic earlier also. Now
Well, of
also, there is no
course,
doubt in that.
but it accelerated it, right? I mean, it really gave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. You are paraphrasing well. Good, good, good. Thank you for paraphrasing. You are making me more comfortable with your paraphrasing because when we speak, I speak with Indian accent. You speak with American accent. So
Yes.
you are trying to bridge the gap, and you are accelerating in such a way that we are creating very I feel very comfort. I feel very much connected and comfortable when you talk with me. Why? Because you are paraphrasing the things. Paraphrasing is very much required in any kind of
Thank you.
communication, which you are paraphrasing. People don't have, they can't paraphrase. That's the problem. So
Thank you.
now
Well,
coming to
a
this,
conversation is a tapestry, right? We weave it together. We weave
yeah, yeah.
and we share and it grows to be its own pattern.
Yeah, yeah. Now coming to this, the world is how life is fragile. Second thing is we have to be very much empathetic, and we have to see the challenges from others' perspective. The third aspect is that we have to emphasize on humanity. There is nothing
Yes,
greater than humanity. We have to emphasize humanity, right? So these are all the some of the key messages I would like to share with everyone.
please, please
If you
share.
if you want to, I have one more book, Soft Leadership. You want to see that book?
We
No.
will put it on. If you'll send me a link to that, we'll put it, and we will both put a link on it
Uh,
so that the audience will be able to find it and be able to get to you so
yeah,
that they
yeah.
can find the book on soft.
Now I can't go back. It is that book is the Soft Leadership. I have got couple of books. Okay, no problem. We'll because we are
And
we are on the
now, soft leadership is power. It's greater power than to be push and to drag people into it. You're actually empowering people to be successful rather than demanding them and pushing them and ordering them to do it. You're bringing out the best in me.
yeah, 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 correct. See, the soft leadership means that's what we have to empathize. Then again, we have to bring the best from others and putting ourselves into the shoes of others. Like it means empathetic listening. So these are all the aspects related to soft leadership. See, as you asked some one more point you asked, then I forgot to elaborate. See, the world has changed very fast, and things are changing very fast, and there is a disruption everywhere. And what happens next that we can't predict. Technology, then artificial intelligence, things are changing so fast. Sometimes I feel very difficult to catch up with the world. I feel that I'm lagging behind in certain aspects, especially from the technology. I'm not a digital savvy. That's the challenge. So this one thing is there is a disruption. So we have to embrace disruption. There is no way. Then we have to embrace failures, right? Then again we have to embrace change. Change is the only thing constant in this world. We have to change with the changing times and technologies. Otherwise, you will be left out of the race, right? We want to
Yes.
stay relevant. Why you are doing podcast at this age also? Because you want to stay relevant and you want to add value, and again you want to impact the people, right? That's the bottom line of any kind of conversation.
Yes. Well, adding value is the key rather than extracting value. In
Ah,
hard power, we're trying to pull value out. In soft power, we're adding value in order to make it better.
yeah. So now let me add some couple of examples. Hard leadership and soft leadership. Okay, hard leadership means the people are autocratic. If you look at Elon Musk, right? He's a hard task. He's a hard leader, tough leader. He's a kingmaker. Then again, the king, who is that? Donald Trump is a king, and Elon Musk is a kingmaker. Both are just like Wright brothers. I can say that, Wright brothers, aeroplane, the one who started aeroplane, they are known as Wright brothers. So
Yes.
this Donald Trump and then again this Elon Musk, they both are mm, just like Wright brothers. One is kingmaker, who Elon Musk is the kingmaker, and
Yes.
another is king. I'm not telling literally, but just I'm giving an example. So these people, they are hard taskmasters. So that is related to soft leadership. Then
Yes.
again, if you look at the other side of the spectrum, we find soft leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela,
Hmm.
His Holiness Dalai Lama.
The
These
Dalai
are all the
Lama.
leaders. Dalai Lama, yeah, yeah, he wrote a foreword for my book. Okay, they are all soft leaders. They believed soft leadership, and on the other side you find hard leaders like Elon Musk, then again Donald Trump,
Yes.
then again Jack Welch. He was an autocratic leader. So like that, people have different mindsets. They have their own leadership styles. But now what we have to emphasize is we have to emphasize more of soft leadership rather than hard leadership.
Right. And that to me is the only way we're going to go forward is through soft leadership, is to being able, because if I can, by my focusing on bringing out the best in you,
Mm.
rather than telling you what to do, we're going to end up with a much greater and much more synergistic society.
Yeah, good. Synergy. Synergy is the key. Yeah.
Yes.
Synergy is required. So synergy is required. It's a kind of a team spirit.
Wonderful. Professor, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to meet you and to learn from and with you in this conversation, because it is a time when all of us need to meet one another, and meet one another as equals, and meet one another as learners, so that we can grow and make this 21st century be the best century of humanity that we've ever had.
Excellent. Excellent. You put it in a right language, in a right format. Uh, and you, whatever you said, you have spoken from my heart. Only thing I am not able to communicate because of my Indian accent, but you have put it in a right perspective, from American perspective. But the bottom line is the same. The essence is, the takeaway is the same. And one more thing, I didn't know how the time flew now. I don't know how much time it has taken. I myself don't know. And actually, we didn't know that we have spent a lot of time. I think I felt like as if we can continue talking for one day also. So I felt like that, right? But it's not possible. But I didn't know how the time flew. How this in actual, I can say this is, I got goosebumps. You know goosebumps.
Yes, of course.
Goosebumps. I got goosebumps when you talked about empathy, certain aspects. I felt very much connected, and I got goosebumps in my life for the first time. It is not a scripted conversation. It is impromptu. That means just from my heart, from my
Thank
heart
you.
to from your heart, and it has, we have spread. This is what we have done it. I felt very much happy.
Thank
If
you.
you have any questions,
Professor,
yeah.
namaste to you.
Yeah, yeah. Namaste. Yeah,
And when I say namaste, I have
uh,
studied that word. I know that I honor the place inside of you where the
oh,
entire universe resides. And I honor that place in me where the entire universe resides. That when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, there is only one of us.
yes.
Namaste.
And one more thing, yeah, where are you? Are you from California? Where are you living? I don't know the.
I'm in Texas, and my producer Renee is in New York.
Okay, and my son was there. Is Dallas. My son was in Dallas. Then he shifted to Seattle, USA.
All right. Thank you so much. I will, as soon as I get this done, I will post it on on the LinkedIn, and I'll have it so you can see it.
And could you send me the a raw video through WeTransfer if it is possible?
Sure. Well, I can
Uh,
send it through Google. I can send it through Google through
uh,
Google Drive, and I'll put
yeah,
it
Google.
to your Yahoo email.
Yeah, that we can do it. If you can send me through WeTransfer, I'll send you the. I'll post it on my message box on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So you can send the raw video through WeTransfer that I will download and upload. Because
Sure.
this knowledge must be spread. We should
You
not
bet.
hide the knowledge. We have to
Well,
spread the knowledge.
you may use it any way you wish, Professor. So please go ahead
But
and
I
spread.
need your permission. Without permission, we can't do it.
You have my permission. That's one of the ways that we work, is
Yeah.
that you have the permission to use this any way you wish.
Good. Thank you. Because I want to share this. Because I have got more than 1,000 subscribers. I'm very strong. I forgot to tell you. I published 54 books, 44 years of experience. I have four blogs, and I have three YouTube channels. I have got a huge number of followers. So lots of. If you Google my name, Professor MS Rao, you can get to know the kind of impact I have made globally. I started in
Wonderful.
the year 2010 and to 2025. That means within a span of 15 years, I have impacted. So you can understand the kind of hard work I have put.
Thank you very much, Professor, and we'll talk with you again. I'll let you know just as soon as